So without further ado, let's get into your reading here. Now you have some really amazing fast energy that's coming through. So when I was shuffling out the spread, what I saw was it looks almost like a cartoon, but it's like comic book oriented cartoon, and it might be about a superhero that has like telekinetic powers. Okay, so telekinesis is having the power to move things with your mind. Okay, so what I saw in this scene was it's a high-speed car chase, and I feel like there's a man driving a car. He's driving really fast. He's being chased, and he's trying to go under the tunnel. However, there's like a big rig that has flipped over and it's blocking the tunnel. It's on fire. And so the big rig, the truck, or I'm sorry, the truck is obstructing his way to get into the tunnel so that he can evade whoever is chasing him. And he has like a girlfriend or like a woman who's on the side. Okay, she has black hair. She has like a red leather jacket. She's wearing like black clothing, like a black shirt, possibly leather pants, boots. I don't know why, but I'm remembering her very clearly. And she saw the truck that's blocking the tunnel, and she moves the truck out of the way with her mind. So she's kind of like, moving her hand, and then with her mind, she's like, be gone, move away, obstacle. And then magically the truck moves away. There's clearing to, for the driver, the male, to get into the tunnel. And so they drive their car in there and they kind of like, disappear. Okay. So it's a very exciting scene. So high speed car chase, they're able to get away. They're able to use some ESP telekinesis in order to move obstacles out of their way. And they're willing it. Whatever obstacle is in your way, you're moving it away with your mind. Okay. So I feel like a lot of it is, focusing on the positive power of manifestation, being able to manifest things into reality with your thoughts. So there is, once again, I don't know if I mentioned this for you guys, but our birthday time is a very lucky time for us. Okay, that's when basically the sun is making a major alignment to in the sky. So it's basically the sun is moving into the constellation of Aries, and especially around your birthday time, it's called a solar return. Okay. And during this time, if you want to start projects, if you want to manifest something, if you want to start something new, if you want to change the direction of your life, whatever it is that you're trying to do for yourself, and I'm hoping that you're trying to create and manifest positive things in your life, whatever it is that you're hoping to achieve, the solar return will bring you a burst of good luck and a burst of energy to be able to help you manifest these things. Okay, so if you're hoping to lose weight, if you're hoping to find more energy, more drive, more ambition to get yourself to the gym, if you're hoping to run that extra mile without feeling tired, fatigued, or despondent, or even discouraged, the solar return time frame is a really good time for you to get these plans going in action. If you feel like you might not have had the time, the resources, the energy at any other times of the year, the solar return time frame is a very good time for you to kind of like ride the wave. Okay, things are a little bit easier during this time because the sun is in your constellation, which means it's illuminating you. It's putting you in the spotlight. It's giving you that extra burst of energy. It's giving you that extra warmth, that extra luck, and that extra visibility for you to attract the things that you really want. So not only is it a time to celebrate our birthday and our birth and everything that it signifies, it's also a very, very lucky time. So use this energy wisely. And especially, try to manifest the things that you want. Okay. So when I saw the image that came out, I was thinking, this is a very Aries focused type of a reading. Okay. Like high speed car chase, things moving in a really, really fast, swift manner. Things are moving in the right direction. And I also feel like, there's a lot of things here that, whether or not you are aware of or not, you are really bringing into existence the things that you want. You're willing things to come into the picture for you just by, the process of manifesting. thinking it and willing it into existence, creating it out of thin air. And I also feel like this manipulation of energy in a positive way, manipulating energy, finding like, you know, that extra reserve of strength, or being very resourceful with your finances, or even the energies at your disposal in order to get everything going your way. Okay. And I especially feel like this energy about, you know, never shying, never backing down, never shying from a conflict. And especially if you feel like there's an obstacle in your way, you don't, you know, just take a different route. You're just like, how can I blast through this obstacle? How can I get it out of my way? How can I continue moving forward without having things obstruct me? So this is a really big energy about not taking things lying down, not being a doormat, not letting people walk all over you. And especially, you know, it's like giving people a taste of their medicine, giving people like a piece of your mind, and especially being assertive enough to, like, you know, bounce back and be able to move things out of your way, clear obstacles, clear blockages out of your path in order to achieve everything that you want. So it is a very powerful energy. Use it to your advantage. Okay, so that's what this month is really all about. Sorry about that. There was a knock on the door, at the door. I haven't even started talking about the cards yet. I was just relaying the message for you that I saw, or the image that I saw. So let me talk about a few things here. I feel like this reading, kind of similarly to the Piscean reading, it's going to touch upon a few, the past few years in your life. Okay. So I feel like it's taking us through memory lane a little bit. And so if you're, you know, the impatient type, just bear with me. What I'm feeling is there was a series of shuffling around, moving around, trying to find your bearing, trying to find yourself, trying to find where you fit in, trying to find what's a good environment for you, a good city for you to live in, a good place for you to work in, a good group of friends for you to be with, a good career path for you. I feel like you were going through this journey of self-discovery. And I feel like at the time that it was happening, it could have been the past 4 years, okay? At the time that it was happening, you didn't realize that it was a journey of self-discovery. I feel like you felt like things were just happening to you. You felt like you were making decisions and they kind of snowball out of control. And then, you know, one path leads to another, and so on and so forth. And little did you know that, you know, you were the ones that set these series of things, events in motion. And I feel like there was a very nomadic lifestyle, you know, a very transient, transplanted type of an energy that you were dealing with for the past 4 months. You might have, like, you know, shifted around. Okay, there was a lot of movement I'm seeing in the past. We have here the Six of Swords. This is about, you know, look at the little tower in the background. Okay, like a burnt home, a place of that we thought was a place of refuge. All of a sudden, it went up in flames. So some of you might have been displaced from your homes. Some of you might have left a home and you're just like, I'm not happy there. I'm not enjoying the city. I'm not enjoying that place in particular. I'm getting out of Dodge. Okay. And then others of you, I feel like, you know, you were actively seeking new adventures, new opportunities. You were realizing that something was not very stable. And so you moved on to a safer place and to a safer passage. And so many of you have consciously, you know, made these decisions. Okay. This didn't work out. And so I'm going to move on to the next thing. And if that doesn't work out, I'll move on to the next thing. So I feel like it wasn't, you know, like, there wasn't a lot of planning involved. It was kind of like process of elimination. Let me try this. If it doesn't work out, let me try the next thing. If that doesn't work out, then at least I would be able to rule out these things. And so you were trying to figure out where you fit in. You were trying to figure out what is best for you, but you didn't have a roadmap. You didn't have like, you didn't rely on the things that you already know. I feel like you were kind of fumbling around in the dark, trying to feel things out, trying to figure out whether or not it would work, or whether or not it would be tolerable, or whether or not you could make it work. And so I do feel like you came into, you know, this whole discovery phase with a lot of optimism, and also with a lot of like that optimistic, playful energy. You know, what's the worst thing that could happen, right? Like if it doesn't work, then I'll move on. And so there was a lot of location, geographical location changes. There was a lot of movement. There was a lot of like, here today, gone tomorrow. Let me stay in this apartment for a short period of time with a short lease, and then I'll move to the next place. Let me stay in this city for a short period of time and then try to figure out what works for me. And I feel like in the process of eliminating what did not work for you, I feel that it allows you to see what it is that you really crave, what it is that you really want. And so moving into the present moment, you have found it. I have here, this is the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands, look at this frog. This is about stability. This is a home life, an environment that we can really feel safe in. We can feel secure. We can feel stable, and we can feel like, you know what? This is where I'm going to hang my hats and hang my coats and unpack my clothes and stay for a while, kick up my feet and feel at ease and feel at home. So I feel like many of you have finally found this refuge, found this haven, and it came about through that process of elimination. You had to eliminate things that did not work, that you did not want, in order for you to finally be at peace and you know, be sure and certain that this is working. This is what I really want now. And so it took a really long time to get there. For many of you, it might have been the past 4 years. So the past 4 years would have been like, you know, since 2018 that you were kind of fumbling around, changing location every few months and changing your mind, changing your thoughts. And it's a process of self-discovery. It's like, you know, discovering what the Aries person really want. Like you're discovering yourself. Like, what do I really want? This doesn't work. And I'm leaving that behind. But what actually works for me? And I feel like you were going about it in a different way. You were knocking out the options that were no longer feasible, no longer desirable for you. And as a result, you are finding out what really works for you. So we're in a really good space right now. We have here the Queen of Pentacles, and this is like the queen of the home and the hearth. And this is somebody who's very happy and content and financially stable. Okay. So news on the financial front, I feel like you guys are making good money. A steady stream of income is coming in. You're at a point where you're trying to decorate your home. You're trying to beautify your home. You're at a place where you feel like, you know what, I can stay here for the next few years. And so you're buying things for the house. You're buying couches, you're buying television, you're buying things that will denote, you know, I'm planning to stay here for the long term, like couches, big furniture, dressers, beds, pictures even to hang up. You know, like you're making your space a lot more comfortable because you understand that after everything I've been through, I know that this is where I want to stay for a while. I know that this is the place where I want to rest for a while. So I feel like there's a lot of mental clarity coming into the picture for you regarding what it is that you want. We have as well the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is about a victory. It's about mental clarity. It's about coming to a space where you are in agreement. It's like an awakening, an epiphany, having like that snippet of information where you're just like, this is what I really, really want. This feels safe. This feels secure. I'm going to go forward with it. For some of you, there might have been some big financial gains, okay, like a financial win. And I would say like winning the jackpot, winning something, winning a sum of money, coming into a space where you are potentially winning a client over, winning a portfolio, landing a portfolio, or doing something where you feel like it's challenging enough. It brings me a lot of financial abundance. And so you're in a space where you feel like, I'm happy where I am. I'm happy with my work. I'm happy that I'm able to do work that is meaningful, that is fulfilling, that is challenging. And I'm really, really happy. So I feel that coming into the month of March, things are just kind of like they're a-okay for you guys, okay? And I feel many of you are jumping into the month of March, recovering, feeling really good, feeling very healthy, planning to I'm sensing beautify your home, planning to invite other people into your space, and so you're making it more comfortable. And I feel like after, the turbulent past 4 years that you have had to contend with, you're finally at ease and you're finally like okay and comfortable with staying in one place and no longer bouncing around. Okay. Not that the spirit of adventure has left you. It's just for now, you're like, I'm okay with staying here. I'm not impatient anymore. I'm I feel like the domesticity, like I'm okay with being domesticated. That's what it feels like to me. I'm okay with being at home. I'm okay with entertaining guests at home. I no longer need to go out and about. I no longer need to be surrounded by like hundreds of people in order to feel happy. I'm okay with where I am. Okay. For others of you, I feel like for you are waiting on some type of a financial windfall. Okay, we have here the Hangman, and the Hangman is a state of suspension. It's like waiting for something, waiting for information, waiting for news, waiting for contact, waiting for a situation to make itself clear. So waiting for some things to clear up, and it's linked up as well with the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is like when your intuition is telling you a certain thing and you're trying to find evidence of what your intuition is telling you in the real world. And Aries, as the first sign of the zodiac and also as a fire sign, a lot of the times too, I feel like you don't put much stock in your intuition. You have an inkling. We all have, our intuition. We have intuition, all of us, each and every single one of us. And sometimes, some people describe it as a gut feeling. Other people describe it as a voice in their head. Other people describe it as a feeling on their skin. But we all have this gut instinct, and whatever you choose to call it, I feel like for many of you, you have an inkling about something. And I do sense for many of you, this could be a new job that you're thinking about. This could be a new endeavor. This could be somebody that is coming through, offering you a new job, offering you a gig, offering you to partner up, offering you to take on a project, or even like add them to your list of clients. And I feel that you have an inkling about this person and you're not really sure how to respond to this. So some of you might be kind of like in this limbo state, waiting for more information before you can make a move. For others of you, this is kind of like deciding to sell something, possibly a house, a property, waiting on a settlement, or waiting on something as it relates to a contract or like finances. And you're kind of like still on the fence, trying to figure out when is a good time to buy, when is a good time to relinquish or release the property or this project. And so I feel as if you're going to be getting some type of a closure for this month. There's some truths and some clarity coming into the picture. And I feel like once this clarity, this news, this communication, this information comes to light, that's when things are going to get rolling for you.